such teeth, dear, and it shows them pearly white. Just a
Formicophilia is the sexual interest of small insects or worms crawling over one's body.
Oh.
How many of you out there have that feeling? The one, put your hand down. Don't admit that. No. Yeah, here's the deal. Well, a lot of us might have weird things we're into, but at least mine's all on Pornhub, for Christ's sakes. I can check out what I like on Pornhub. That is a little weird, but on the other hand, if there's any women out there that really like that, I live in the wilderness. Come on over. I'll get some small insects or worms crawl over your body, and then I'm guessing that's foreplay, right?
I would hope so.
Yeah. So I'm all in. Anyway, this is episode 50. 50. Now, here's what I'm not sure.
Go ahead.
50 is obviously a milestone, and we're going to talk a little bit about, or are we? I thought we were. We didn't really.
I can go off. I can go off top of my head.
Okay, maybe we will. Okay. But then I started to think, all right, 50's good, but when we started, we've only skipped 1 week.
Yeah.
And it was like the third week or something like that. Yep. And so does that make 51 be our 1 year total?
No, we're actually, I think we're 2 or 3 weeks away from
really
a year.
How's that work though?
I don't know. Because I think we missed 2, didn't we?
I didn't think so.
We have only missed 1. I don't know.
I think so.
We're at 50.
Anyway, beyond that, there are still some cookies in the cathedral, but since it's number 50, we decided fuck it, right?
That's right.
All right. So do you have anything to say while I light mine?
I'll go through some of the stats if I can So in the 50 episodes, we have surpassed 3,000 hours of view time. If you do the math, we are on someone's screen for almost 9 hours a day. That's how much people are into us. 9 hours a day, we're on somebody's screen.
You sick fucks, you must have formicophilia.
So thank you to everybody. Over 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Over 1,100 subsibers.
We do appreciate that. We do.
This is way more than we ever expected it to be.
Of course, we set the bar pretty damn low.
Yes, we did.
Well, are you enjoying us watching us smoke cigars? So we drank a little bit more than we normally do before this starts, but we're going to get through this fine. But yeah, pretty happy about the cigar smoke. I will move on. Our question going on for the second week is feel good songs. If you want to win a t-shirt, this is a good chance. Not that many people played so far. And we're not really looking for the winning one because I don't know if anyone will be repeated. But when you feel good songs, then you look at it like you go to our website and you look at everybody's. And Jane did a real good job. We talked about this last week about you just have to hit a button. Everything's linked, and you can hear a feel-good song that maybe you never heard before. So I think it's all worth it. And by the way, while I'm on the website thing, Gianni is our T-shirt winner this week.
Ooh, okay.
Gianni DiMarcelli. That's
wow.
That's a pretty nice name.
That's That's right in your wheelhouse. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to talk more about, we're recording this on May 4th.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk more about why May 4th is important to me.
It's not just Star Wars.
No. But you're probably not aware. May 4th, even though, as you watch this was a few days ago, it's World Naked Gardening Day. Did you know that?
I did not, but I can get ready in a hurry.
Which, boy, there couldn't have been a better segue. I was thinking, most of the people that I know garden, I would not want to see naked, and boy, would you be at the top of that fucking list.
Yeah, thankfully the neighbors, I don't know if any of the neighbors can see back there or not. Probably not. They're too far away. Their loss.
And you threw me off having to put the ashtray in the middle. Now I don't know.
Oh.
I'm going to go back to righty and drinking lefty. But
Well, go ahead. I can.
Well, no. We'll be okay. We'll be
All
okay. I'll adjust because I haven't done this for a while. You know?
It's been a minute.
Okay. So now on to the next subject. Brought this up last week. Right here, you got coming at you hard. 720 pounds of podcast proclivity, which is not exactly used right, but not wrong either. And what do you want to tell them about if you put us two in the WWE, right?
Yeah, well, against WWE Tag Team all time. Now, these are just Tag Team champs, so there might be some exclusions here, but all-time WWE Tag Team champions, we would be number 8 all-time in total weight.
That's right.
And the likes of Andre the Giant would exceed us. Yokozuna, he's one of 2 that were professional sumo wrestlers that were both ahead of us. Yeah, John Tenta was another. He used to wrestle as Earthquake. He was a professional sumo wrestler. So was Yokozuna. And again, Andre. So it takes some pretty heavy hitters to get ahead of us in the weight class.
How far up do we have to go to get to the 7th?
Oh,
we're
only like 32 pounds from number 7.
Oh, that probably happened.
We could be there by Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, no. I think before Christmas.
Good 4th
the
of
way
July
we're
party.
going. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Let's move on. I'm going to entitle this. This is okay. We talk about this is May 4th. This is something that I do every year on May 1st, and I'm going to entitle this "The Bad, the Good, and the Weird." I know the good, bad, the ugly. There's nothing ugly about this, but this is the bad, the good, the weird. And let me go talk about this woman. Her name is Mimi, and I gotta think. Like, okay, once you start dating someone, then there's no crush. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's what I kind of thought. Okay. So if you put that into the theorem or whatever, the equation, Mimi's probably the woman I had the biggest crush on in my life.
Okay.
But we didn't date. We didn't do anything. And this is the bad. There was not a kiss or a pass made. Now, if she would have done it to me, of course, I would have acted upon it immediately.
Right.
But no. So there was nothing. There was nothing sexual there. Even though, would I have minded? Hell no. Okay, that's the bad. The good. Okay, she worked at this company, and all the guys liked her. She was younger than us. And she was like 12 years younger than me. The reason I thought we'd have got along is she was mature and I was immature. So I could have met her in the middle pretty damn easily. And then I think that's why we did get along, because we're still good friends. But anyway, she would go out at lunchtime and do these crossword puzzles. And I went out one day and said, "Hey, you need some help with that?" She said, "You do crossword puzzles?" I said, "Oh, all the time." I had never done a crossword puzzle in my entire life.
Nice.
But just to sit next to Mimi, that's what I did. That's what I did. So, and to this day, that's why this is good. I do a crossword puzzle every single day. But now here's where we get weird, and here's where we get to May 1st. I talk to Mimi once a year on May 1st.
Oh, wow.
We have a nice phone conversation. It's over an hour. It seems like it's 10 minutes. And it seems like we just talked the day before. But it's every May 1st, and it's a weird reason why it happens. And every May 1st, we said, we got to do this more often. But we never do. But anyway, this past week was May 1st, and I had my nice talk with Mimi, and she watches us once in a while. I think more than once in a while.
Oh, wow. How about that?
Yeah. So thanks. Hopefully we'll talk again before next May 1st, but who knows?
Yeah.
All right. I have a few other things. I've mentioned in the past that I'm a season ticket holder to Kent State football.
That's right.
Which this past year, they were the dead last out of Division I teams. I think they
even made national news for that,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hold on. I believe they were 133rd.
We both shouldn't do that at the same time.
No,
with
we
dead air.
shouldn't. We need to have a production meeting. Anyway, I decided, okay, I'll renew my season tickets because they're dirt cheap. I will say that.
Sure.
I think for 2 you get them for $90, and that includes free parking. But they've called me a couple times, so I called back yesterday, and this machine comes on. Sorry, the ticket office is only open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. It was Friday at 2. Friday at fucking 2. So I thought, okay, maybe someone had to go to the bathroom. I'll wait 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Call back at 2:20. No, that same damn machine comes on. So they wonder why no one goes to those fucking games. Not only does the team suck, the damn ticket people can't even be there. I will probably renew, but that pissed me off.
You're going to give them shit for starting their weekend early. That's fucked up.
Well, at least then say Friday 9 to 12 or something like that. Don't piss in my ear and tell me it's raining. You know, I don't like that.
They want to get out and start their weekend early on the nice day. It was nice yesterday.
Oh no, it was. But like I said, then don't be fucking call. Tell me call between 10:30 and 11:30 on Wednesday. You know, and I would have done it.
All right.
Okay, another thing. This May 4th, when we are recording, it's Kentucky Derby Day.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you forgot that?
Somebody sent a text, and now it makes sense.
Okay. Well, I do like to bet on the ponies. I am very bad at it.
Yeah.
But I've been doing it for years. And this happened yesterday also. Well, in between when I was calling the damn office, but they were closed. I've had an account with this one place forever and ever. And all of a sudden, they won't take bets on the Derby. Or they have, it's called DRF, but they have this arm of them called Express Bet, and they always took my bets.
Okay.
But now they want a damn fee.
I
already lose enough money on the regular shit, and the tracks make their money. I think it comes down to 17% people win at the track.
Oh, is that
I think that's
okay.
what I think that's what it is.
Okay.
So the tracks can damn charge the fee. I have to pay to lose money, which I do all the time. I'm horrible.
I'm actually surprised you don't have a bookie.
I used to, but with all this internet shit, yeah.
Actually, I'm actually in the same boat there. Same exact boat. Yeah, the internet really ruined it. It was there was something gritty about calling your bookie and getting your thing in.
You're right.
It just changed now that I can click a button. It's like, I just spent money.
So anyway, I go back to DRF. And it says I can't bet on the Derby, but I can bet on other races. I said, okay, let's see if that's really true. So I hit the Meadows, which is our local track. Me and you have both been too many times.
So we talked about making a road trip.
Yeah, we did.
We should.
Have we talked about online or on this? Or?
Sure.
Good. Well, then you all know. How many of you knew that? 3. Awesome. Okay. So I said, well, let's check this out. So I hit the Meadows. And race 6 was coming up. And I said, I just want to see. I'll play it safe. Dave Pallone wins every fucking race.
There it is.
Okay.
Everybody knows.
I looked to see who he was. I hit $5 across the board, $15. He comes in next to fucking last.
He always fucking wins.
I know. So my test, I'm down $15 already. Then I go to all these other sites, and I finally find a site, Twin Spires. Ooh. And I don't know if you're familiar with Churchill Downs. They have these 2 towers that are called Twin Spires. So I said, well, there's no way I can't bet on the Derby going through Twin Spires. So I put a bunch of money into the account, $200, not a bunch, but $200. And realistically, does anyone ever get their money back? You're just hoping it lasts long, okay?
To get you through the event.
So yesterday was the Kentucky Oaks. I don't know if you're familiar with this. It's the Kentucky Derby for fillies. And I found a pretty good horse with a good name. Actually, had something to do with a past podcast.
Oh.
Okay. All right. I won't even get into that. But I put some money down on that, and I thought, okay. And like I said, I bet across the board. I should be okay.
Yeah.
A little bit more than I did on the other one. This horse came in, horse number 14, 43 and a half lengths behind the winner. So me just trying to find a damn place to bet. We haven't even gotten to Derby Day yet. I'm already down $45.
Nowhere to go but up.
Mm-mm.
Oh my! What is it? We could put it on. Oh no, it might not be.
No, it's not up yet.
Yeah,
we'll be done. We better be done before it starts.
We'll be in the bag if.
Okay, we already kind of are, and my cigar went out already. But,
boo.
yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll wait till the next segment.
Okay,
because I got one more thing. Then you got some stuff.
Yep.
Right? This could be entitled "Different People Looking at Things the Same Thing Different Ways." I'm at LA Fitness yesterday. And believe it or not, there's some people there. They talk about our podcast. They don't watch it, but they do talk about it.
Yep.
So
more critics.
This one woman apparently asked this dude, "Hey, I heard they have women on the what's that called when you put the women up on our
the thumbnail.
Thumbnail.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
And so she told this dude who's a trainer there. And he comes up to me and he says, so what women do you put up on your thumbnail? And I said, oh, it's like movie stars or models or stuff like that. And we change around. It just comes up. Sometimes it's planned, sometimes it's not. And I said, but it's always like that. All I said, hell, I guess it could be. And I pointed out, because there were some gorgeous women there yesterday.
Nice.
Gorgeous. I just pointed, I said, I'm guessing you saw her. So this is the trainer. He said, oh, man, her glutes are lean, her abs are tight, yet she still has a cushion for the pushing.
Yeah.
You don't usually see that. And he goes through this whole thing about her whole body, and which was all correct. But
yeah.
Earlier, when I first saw her, this is her first day yesterday, to my knowledge, I said,
way to make her feel welcome.
I said to somebody, holy fuck, did you see that shit? She's perfect. I didn't have glutes or abs or any of that.
Right.
And then that's just the way sometimes. Do you people look at it that way? Oh, awesome. But yeah, the fact that he had all those things to say, and I just said, holy fuck. But that's how it works sometimes.
Right.
Okay.
He needs to be on the, with Mr. Harrelson. He needs to be one of those regulars.
He does. He does.
Okay, okay.
He does, but he doesn't watch us yet. Maybe I can talk him into it. We'll see. Okay, you got something, right?
I got a couple things, and we didn't talk about the one.
All right.
I am debuting
that's right.
Our latest, thanks to Bob, who again is one of the best parts of the show.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This is the latest and greatest. You old Hamburgs is what this says. It's
shoot bag you
at the bottom. Shoot bag you.
Hey, where's the fucking lighter?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
This is what we teased last week that we forgot to bring out to show everybody.
Yes, we did. We told you we fucked up, and you'd find out later.
Well,
later is now.
It's later. Yeah. This is all his and his people's design. It was, the idea was this is like a sandwich shop sign out on the street somewhere. This is an arrow pointing down, to like a sandwich thing. So shoot bag you with the hamburger. So yeah, this is the newest shirt for the show. Very happy with it. I think it came out really nice.
Now, if they want one, what do they do?
We
didn't have a production meeting. Well, here was the problem.
Go ahead.
We had the pre-production meeting last week.
Yes.
But our wives were here.
And that always fucks it up.
It fucked it up good.
Yeah.
So we never came to a conclusion.
Right.
Me and you would have come to one instantly. Why don't we come to one now? Do they get in touch with us?
I think email the show. It's pghdivebartalk@gmail.com. I did talk to Bob about this. He is working on having a website available for all his stuff, and he's willing to just throw the show on as like an add-on kind of thing. Because we're up to, in theory, we're actually up to 3 designs if you consider the Prince of Pittsburgh, the logo shirt, and now this. We have 3. So he's not quite there. So we don't want to talk too in depth about it, but it's coming. And if you do want one, let us know, because we are efforting, not just for the two of us to wear. So I'm really happy with this. I think it came out really good.
By the way, did you see I have a lay on too?
I did notice that. Okay. Yeah, very festive for episode 50.
That had nothing to do with anything. I just thought I'd bring it up.
And then the other thing, last week, Paul was a recipient of a shirt for contributing to the Pick 3. And Paul was nice enough to reciprocate and send us a nice care package. There's all kinds of shit in there, huh?
So the rest of you people that got T-shirts, where the fuck's our care package?
And as with most, he says things way better than we can, so I'm just going to read his this was included in the box from FedEx with all his care package stuff. He says, to the Prince and Tiny, I'm enclosing some reciprocal freebies to thank you for the shirt and coasters. Enclosed, you will find shirts suitable for Sunday church service, which is the button downs, running shirts suitable for beer runs, a Swiss Army knife with a beer bottle opener, pens with a light in the event the refrigerator light blows out, and finally, earplugs if either of you get tired of listening to each other. I know I won't get tired of listening. Stay real and continued success. So thank you, Paul. That was it wasn't expected, and it was. I do appreciate it. He and I go back quite a way, so thanks, Paul.
The reason we're not going to have Paul on, because it sounds like he's funnier than we are.
He's good,
and who the fuck would want to watch us then anymore? We try to get some more people that are boring than us.
Yeah,
which we might have later on. Just so you know, today for number 50. I have a story coming up about May 4th. It's pretty damn interesting. And then we have an interview of somebody, I don't want to give it away, but he's smarter than you, than me, and all of you. And some of you may argue, but you're going to have trouble arguing once you find out about this dude. Yeah. Why is he on our show? That's a good
That's
damn
even a better question. How the fuck does that correlate?
I thought for sure he would say no. Yeah, I was positive of that. Yeah. And then after the interview, we have a very special, this is special, F. Mary Kill, Chili, etc.
Yeah.
One that's never been done before. Well, I don't know if it's ever been done before, but probably not very many times, right?
No one's going to want to replicate it, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be the last time. Maybe not the first. It'll be the last. And then, of course, we end with some nice questions for Samurai Chatter. So you stay tuned, because I have a nice May 4th story for you. I have a story for you today. We told you we're recording on May 4th, and May 4th is a big day in history if Kent State is part of your past. Now, if you didn't know me, would you know about the Kent State and the May 4th?
I would. Yeah, well, for one, it's so close from here. It's only, 40 minutes away or whatever. Yeah, I'm familiar with it even prior to.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, if for no other reason, the song, right? The song
right, Ohio.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, especially it's kind of apropos now because there's all this activism on campuses again. Activism was pretty big back in 1970, and students were protesting the Vietnam War and actually going into Cambodia. And I'm not going to get into political shit. I thought both sides went a little too far. But anyway, they had to bring the National Guard to kind of settle things down. But then the National Guard shot and killed 4 students and wounded 9. And May 4th became a symbol. And if you went to Kent State, I went a little bit after that. It was still a huge, huge thing. Mm-hmm. And every year on May 4th, they weren't sure what to do when I was there, to tell you the truth. But most years, unless May 4th was on a Wednesday, if it was on a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday, they called class off. They were hoping, they didn't want to say this, they're hoping most students went home for the weekend. So the less there, the better. And I can't remember what year of my illustrious 6-year career this was, but it was May 4th. There were no classes, and I think it might have even been a Friday or something. So almost everybody went home, but they always had speakers and workshops, and then they had a candlelight vigil that they walked around, and I had never participated in any of those.
Right.
But anyway, I also didn't feel like going home. Probably didn't have gas money.
So was Kent a big, like, did people go, because Robert Morris, like, everybody went home on the weekends. Even, I mean, I did because I was working, but, like, was that a thing at Kent State? Was it dead on the weekends up there?
Was a lot of people went home, but the school's huge.
I didn't realize it was as big.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah. You didn't. Yeah. So, I mean, 20,000 students. I think about 6,000 lived on campus, or 5,000 back then.
Okay.
It's even bigger now, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
After the shootings, no normal parents sent their kids there.
For target practice.
Everybody was a little bit weird. And I always used to tell people, yeah, I missed the bullets, but I was there for plenty of tear gas. Because I was.
Nice.
So anyway, they called class off this week, and a lot of students did go home.
Yeah.
But not me. So it's the night of May 4th, and I go into a bar that I used to go to all the time, but I hadn't been to too much lately. It was called the Crazy Horse Lounge. And I walked in, and it was kind of bizarre. It wasn't jam-packed, but it was still enough people there. But I knew nobody. I didn't know the bartenders, the workers, anybody there. So it just was kind of strange. But I ordered a couple beers, and then somehow, once again, we could label this bad decisions, or sometime luck happens, or we could label this out of every bad comes some good. For me, anyway.
Yep.
So I hook up with these two guys. I'd never seen them before in my life, and we were drinking drafts. And they said, come on over in the corner, and we're drinking our drafts. And they had already done this once. As soon as they finished their draft, they threw their glass into the corner and broke the glass.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't you see how royalty does that sometimes when they throw it? Well, for some reason, I got into that.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I had a draft, and I threw it in there with them, and then we went and got 3 more. And so there were, like I said, those two did it once before I got there. There was already 5 broken glasses there. We do it, and the bar's not that big.
Yeah.
Like, how did I think that this was going to end up okay?
Right.
So we do it again, and all of a sudden, hands grab 2 big bouncers, grab us 3, and I think it's over. Okay. Like I said, it's May 4th. I don't know anybody there, which was weird because usually I knew all kind of people there.
Yeah.
So the bouncers, they kind of threaten us a little bit and talk hard shit, which they probably should have been.
Yeah.
And then they said, stay right here. We're going up and getting the management and see what they want to do with you. So it was whether we were going to be arrested or whatever.
Yep.
And I'm looking around. We're pretty close to a door. Those 2 idiots, they stayed. I fucking tore out there. And I'm running, and I have no idea if someone's behind me.
Yeah.
A bouncer. But I have seen in the past bouncers beat the fuck out of people.
Especially back then. I imagine it was a free-for-all. No cell phones. Just free-for-all.
I think I even told a story where someone broke a glass over Jack Lambert.
Oh, yeah.
And they beat the fuck out of the guy before Lambert even had a chance to retaliate.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm running, and I'm scared shitless, thinking, is there going to be a hand grab me?
You'd be like Scooby-Doo with your feet twirling.
Yeah, exactly. But, so I made my bad decision. What was going to happen? The midnight candlelight vigil for the May 4th students is the parade is coming by. They would walk around the whole campus. I went in there, got between 2 people holding the candles, and they were doing some kind of chant. I don't know what the fuck it was. And then I started doing the chant, and I'm walking
That's
in there.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's like Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs. Just disappeared right into the crowd. That's awesome.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Do I know for sure that they were behind me or not? I don't know
Doesn't
for
matter.
sure. All I know is I'm in this fucking candlelight vigil. Those poor students.
Oh, damn.
And I walked along for about a half a mile or so. And I got no trouble at all.
Fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's my bad decision / good things happen out of bad. If it wasn't for that vigil, I might have been arrested. But as it turns out, I was okay.
Nice.
And the Crazy Horse said they had 8 broken glasses. What the fuck? I spent enough money there. They could afford it.
Sure.
So that's my story. Coming up, don't turn the dial yet. Don't turn it yet, because coming up is that interview with someone that's smarter than him, smarter than me, smarter than you. How many think you're smarter than him? 6 of you? Awesome, but you're not. No, he's smarter than you. And then after the interview, don't turn it off, because we're going to come up with F, marry, kill, chili, et cetera, on something that's never going to be done again. Most of you listeners out there, think back to when you were 17 years old and what you were doing. Except for Roland out there, you're 8. You don't have to think 9 years ahead. But most of you were either getting ready to graduate from high school, or maybe you were a junior, or some of you were probably in 8th grade, for Christ's sakes. But our guest today just received, if you watch the news, you saw him this past week. He's 17 years old, and he just received his master's degree from Pitt. So that's pretty amazing in itself. So we thought we'd have him on here. And RJ, welcome. And I'm going to ask you a few questions. You started college when you were 10, correct?
I think it was actually 9.
9? Okay.
Yeah.
So when you were 9, and I imagine it was your parents' decision to have you start college. Is that correct?
Actually, it was my parents asked me if I wanted to go to college, and I said yes.
And was there any hesitation, like, what the hell am I doing? I'm 9 years old?
I'd say there's like a bit of like, maybe it's too soon, maybe not. But I was like, okay, let's do it. All right, so you decided to do it, and then you're 9 years old or 10, whatever the case may be, and you walked into your first class at CCAC for the first time. Do you remember how that felt? I don't remember. I think I was like, I think I was just, I think I was nervously excited. I think. I don't remember exactly how I felt.
Okay, that's fair. And then
I'd imagine I was like that.
At CCAC, you were there for what, 4 years?
4 years, yeah.
Did you ever wish during that time, man, why the hell am I doing this? I'd just rather be back in elementary school.
No.
Okay. And then, all right, you graduate from CCAC and you go to Pitt. How was that transition from going from junior college to a 4-year university?
Well, we all know it was so it was more dramatic than most. So I had been doing cyber school for my high school and pre-high school. So I was used to cyber school, and it was in 2020 when I had to transfer over to Pitt. So I was used to cyber school, but I wasn't used to like Pitt. So it was more like my high school than CCAC when I was going into Pitt because of the radical pandemic changes.
Okay. So it wasn't that bad of a transition then.
No.
And then, how about the transition from, then you got your 4-year degree, and then you started grad school at Pitt. Was there what's your thought on that transition?
So it was very, I don't think it was noticeable because I was doing graduate classes before I had before I officially entered into the master's program, because it was a BSMS 4+1 program.
And I would even think, okay, when you first started, you're 9 years old and you walk into a college class, that's a pretty big difference. By the time you were going to grad school, you kind of looked a little bit closer to what those people were. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's next? You just received a master's degree. What's next for you?
I'm looking to get my doctorate
And in
computer
what?
science. In computer science.
And how long will that take? Do you know?
That's a hard question. That's a question all PhDs knew. They wish they knew, because it depends on how well things go, how well the research goes. So it might take 2 years, might take 4 years.
Okay.
Might take
I'm
5
talking to somebody about this the other day. When you, I don't even know if you know this. When you go get your doctorate degree, do you have to pay tuition, or do you do research for the school or something?
You do research for the school. So the school, actually, I think the school pays you.
Okay. Okay, good. And this is hard to predict, but 10 years from now, what do you think?
10 years from now, it will be, that's hard to predict.
Okay. All right.
I hope I'm doing research and
All right, one more question for you along this line. Who do you consider your peers? Either 17 years old or 30-year-olds that are getting their doctorate?
I'd say my peers are I'd say both are my peers.
Okay.
I'd say academically the doctorates are my peers, but I'd say also that the 17-year-olds are my peers in like cultural experience and
gotcha. All right.
Stuff like that.
Now, I'm sure my listeners, some of them are thinking, okay, this is an interesting story, but what the hell do you have this dude on Pittsburgh Dive Bar talk for? Well, I'm going to tell everybody I'm largely responsible for all this happening. Whether RJ admits it or not. Yeah, the Prince of Pittsburgh here. I was there when he was 9 years old and coming into school, and I probably shouldn't even ask this question, because as a lawyer, you're supposed to know the answer, but I think I know the answer. What office were you in the most during your first 4 years of school?
I would say your office.
Okay. So I got
with Linda's office tied for not tied, but a close second.
Okay.
But,
all right. But my office first. So
yeah,
the listener can see why I'm largely responsible for all your success, of course. Okay. This one I don't even know the answer. Like any place, there were some assholes at Boyce, and I heard some of them were like, I think, not treating you so good, or I don't know if you noticed that or not, but they were jealous that you were there. But I'll say one thing for the people in my office, I never got that feeling that you were treated badly by any of them. Am I right there?
Yeah. I don't feel like your office was like, everyone was having fun.
Okay, so now, did I make up the first part? Because someone told me some people were kind of antagonistic toward you. Did you feel that or no?
I think there was just not many people,
right,
but
a few.
A few, but I mean that's just life.
It is. Okay, now we're going to get straight to you here. I know you've done all this great academic work, but have you ever felt guilty? Because I personally know you cheated in a class in high school, and it was that phys ed class that you took online. And as an old phys ed teacher, I know you didn't do that damn. First of all, I thought it was silly taking a PE class online, but I know you didn't do what the hell you were saying. Do you ever feel guilty about that?
No.
No.
No. No.
All right. Good answer. All right. As smart as you are and were, I'm going to bring up a time where you just weren't using your brain. And we'll see if you remember this. I was having a play day where we were competing in things, and it was at Chuck E. Cheese. You remember coming to there?
Yes.
Okay, and it was you and my whole basketball team, and that happened to be a year I had a really good team. So they were big and they were athletic, and I gave you a chance to pick one event that you could play, and I thought if you just do something where you use your brain, these guys aren't going to have a chance against you, and you're going to win that. And you picked something that was all hand-eye coordination, and they all kicked your ass. What the hell are you thinking there? I guess you weren't thinking, huh?
I wasn't.
Okay, yeah. I give you a chance to beat all these guys at something, and it doesn't come about. Okay, a few more things. You just, like we mentioned, you just got a master's degree, but how many of those does Pitt give out, you think? I don't expect you to know that, but it has to be hundreds, right?
Master's degrees?
Yeah.
In computer science.
Well, in anything.
In anything? Well, it depends. But like, I think it's a lot less than. So, masters in computer science, I think there were only like 20 people.
Okay, 20. That's good, but I bestowed upon you the intramural award, which I only give one per year. And sometimes I don't even give it when people, I didn't think anyone was worthy. So the fact that 20 made it in computer science, but you're the only intramural award winner for a year, I would think that award should go higher on your mantle than a piddly little master's degree.
Yeah.
You're not agreeing with me. Okay.
Oh, I think I do still have it.
Okay.
I do still have it.
All right, I'll buy that. And just so you don't feel like you're such big shit, I have a master's degree. So they're not that damn hard to get. Yeah, me. I have one. So,
it was in...
What's that?
Was it in... I know you talked about it before.
Okay, if you want to say, be official, it was in Health and Physical Education Administration. If you want to say it's unofficial, it was in gym. How about that?
Well, master's degree. I said you worked. You probably worked pretty.
I had to work a little bit, but not as hard as I should have. But you better go get that doctorate because you got to be one up on me. Because if you're only at my level, you ain't shit. You know that. All right, and here you probably know this. Your mother invited me to your graduation party, and I actually was driving there, and they closed down the damn Boulevard of the Allies, and I even went. I went through the damn tunnel, did a U-turn dangerously, and then they wouldn't let me on from that way either. So finally, I just said, screw it. So at some point, I owe you some money because I was going to give you a gift. But on the other hand, you owe me. What did they have to eat there?
They had, I think, pasta. They had Indian chicken, Indian food, and they had Walmart chicken.
Okay, all right. Any alcohol?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll give you some money, and you got to give me pasta and chicken. Then I guess we'll be even. All right. Two more questions. Now that this is pretty much over, do you feel like you missed out on anything by doing it this way as opposed to the traditional way?
You're always going to miss out on something.
But
anyway,
you feel that?
Yeah, a bit.
Anything
I do think.
Particular?
I do think it's. I do think I lost a bit of opportunities to interact with kids my age, but I was still able to do that. I just feel like it's just there's always trade-offs to everything you do.
Very well put. And just so you know, Tiny and I talked about this 2 weeks ago. We went to a bunch of proms and we didn't do crap there. I'd have rather not gone to any of them. So if you thought you missed out on a prom, go back and watch 2 episodes ago, or 3. I can't remember what it was, and you'll find out they're not as good as they're cranked out to be. At least for Tiny and I. And okay,
yeah,
last question.
Sorry, I did actually go to a prom.
Oh, you did?
When I was like 12 for my Agora Cyber had held a prom, and I went, and it was fine.
What do you do at a 12-year-old prom?
Eat cookies, drink pop, do little dances.
Okay. That's not much different from Tiny and I's experience, I don't think. I was drunk, but I don't think I did much more than that. In fact, I might have done less than that. Now, the big question. Have you ever watched Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk?
Yes.
Have you? Okay.
Yes. I've watched it. I watched I haven't been keeping up, but I watched the beginning episodes. I've caught some here and then, but I do enjoy the program. It's pretty fun.
Well, thank you. And well, now that you've been on here, we expect you to catch up and watch a little more often now, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know you'll watch this one. That's about all I have for you. I appreciate you coming on here. Anything else you'd like to add for our viewers?
I'm going to be a part of an indie film, and I'm gonna be recording in end of May. It'll be The Haunting of Dom Pedro, and I don't have any spoken lines, but it's...
Wait, explain this. You're going to be in what?
I'm gonna be in a movie.
Really?
I think it's a horror movie, called The Haunting of Dom Pedro, and it's about these kids and their history teacher, and their history teacher is a bit mean, and it turns out when they're not paying attention to the history of Dom Pedro, the spirit of Dom Pedro gets back at them for not paying attention in history class. So,
well, I guess that's pretty good motivation to pay attention then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're big time podcast, big time movies. Well, congratulations. We're going to wrap this up. We'll be back with I'm Not Sure. How about that? But thank you, RJ, and best of luck to you. And we'll hope to have you on again sometime. Later.
Hope to talk with you later, too.
All right, good.
You think we have production?
Welcome back to episode 50. By the way, that's Tiny. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh. And we told you we're going to do something a little different with our F, Marry, Kill, Chili, Hopscotch, Arby's, Willie Nelson in Afghanistan today. Mm-hmm. And let me give a real quick, for those of you that are new, if there's any of you, hopefully there's new. F, Marry, Kill, everyone knows what that is. But then chili, pour a bowl of chili over someone's head. Hopscotch, just play hopscotch with them. You go to lunch with someone, but you're going to Arby's and you're having the beef and cheddar with Arby's sauce on, so it could get a little messy. For the Willie Nelson, it's when you take this woman up St. Louis Arch, and you get up there, and it's just you, her, and Willie Nelson, but the elevators break down, and you're going to be there for 4 hours. And then we have the Afghanistan, where you're going to be in a crawl space in Afghanistan, and for like 2-3 days with this woman. And then after that, you hopefully escape. I don't think we ever actually, I think we said, yeah, you escape. I think that's what we said. Okay. So those are the 8 categories. and we did this 2 weeks ago. So I know a lot of you are playing at home. You get to pick any 6 of the 8 you want, but the women are a little different this time.
Yeah.
The women are Betty Boop, Olive Oil, Jane Jetson, Lois Griffin, Betty Rubble, and Jasmine. Princess Jasmine, I think.
From Aladdin, right?
Aladdin, yeah.
Yeah.
So you get your 8 categories. You
Mm-hmm.
pick any 6, and then you have those 6 people. I'm going to let you go first, and I'm going to write yours down.
Okay.
Last time, out of 6, none were the same.
And I'm a little worried based on our conversation before we hit the button that we might have a couple here. I'm a little worried.
You're worried
We're gonna fuck the same person.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna fuck the same cartoon.
that would be horrible.
So
All right.
here we go. I am gonna start. I'm gonna F Lois Griffin.
Okay.
If you've watched the show at all, she was in a porn at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, something with fur. I forget the name of the porn now, but that was a big thing on, and the image of her from that is burned into my brain. So I think she talks when she gets into some of her sexual innuendo. It's pretty funny, and
Absolutely.
I think she knows her way around. So I'm
Okay.
effing Lois.
Okay.
I'm gonna marry Betty Rubble.
Are you?
I am. I think back in the Stone Age, the woman knows her place, and so that's gonna. I think that's in a better time.
I think that's probably a big part of your problem with your marriage now, because you believe that, and somehow your wife doesn't really.
She doesn't adhere to those
agree.
principles.
No, she just. Boy, that's very nice.
Yeah,
adhere to those principles.
See, yeah.
Where'd you learn that shit?
Yeah, Robert.
You fucking, or was that banking?
Yeah.
You learned that in banking.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like saying that, banking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look like a banker. I am going to pour a bowl of chili on Jane Jetson.
Okay.
She just, I don't know. She just, she's kind of stuck up. And I'll be honest, of all these cartoons, I was probably the least interested in the Jetsons.
All right.
It just
All
didn't
right.
hit with me for whatever reason. So,
No, okay. I know I'm jumping ahead here. You're not going to kill anybody again.
no, I'm not.
You know, you're a wuss. Yeah, the reason I reinstated F, Marry, Kill
Yeah.
is because you bitch that you like to kill people, and now this is 3 in a row where you haven't killed.
Is it
anybody.
3 in a row?
Yeah. You're a fucking wuss.
Well, I'm going to keep the streak alive then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
what's next?
The next one, I'll go on my list here of how they're in order. I don't know where this falls. Betty Boop.
Okay.
I'm going to be in the trenches with her for a couple days. I don't know why, but I always affiliate
In Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taking her in Afghanistan. I always affiliate her with that kind of military thing for some reason. I don't have a good justification for that one, but I'm
Okay.
going with that.
All right.
That leaves Olive Oil
Yeah, and Jasmine.
and
you have left.
Jasmine.
Yeah.
Olive Oil, I'm taking to Arby's.
Okay.
And my only logic there is there's no fucking way she's finishing that sandwich, and I'll get the rest of her sandwich to eat.
I did that the last time. Remember, I took a vegetarian.
Yeah,
Arby's.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I got both those damn sandwiches.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Those are pretty good. Those beef and
I
cheddar
do like
sandwiches.
those. Yeah,
I haven't had one in a long time, but I do like them.
yeah. So I'm taking her there,
All right.
and then that leaves Jasmine, and I guess I'll have to play hopscotch
With Jasmine?
with Jasmine. Yeah. Now I went back and forth with marrying her versus Betty Rubble, but I'm sticking with my married Betty.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where you
That's
are.
everybody. Yeah.
Okay. Just in review, for those of you taking notes at home,
Right.
or scoring at home,
Good
he
for you.
is going to F Lois Griffin. He's going to marry Betty Rubble. He's going to pour chili on Jane Jetson. He's going to play hopscotch with Jasmine for no reason, really.
No.
Going to take olive oil to Arby's so he can have that extra sandwich. And he's going to be with Betty Boop at Afghanistan.
Correct.
Well, we have 2 of the 4 of the 6.
Damn it.
2 of the 6. 2 of the 6.
That's not too bad.
That's not. No, it's not. Okay. But of course, I have better reasons. All right. First, believe it or not, I am going to F Olive Oil.
Oh,
She is ugly and she is a bitch.
Yeah.
But Popeye and Pluto and then Brutus, they were always fighting over. She must be. Oh, by the way, I didn't say this. I think I'm going to fuck all 6 of them.
Here we go. Changing the rules again.
No. I'm not changing the rules. No. I'm not putting them in that category. I think as a result of what I'm doing, I'm going to fuck all 6 of them. One of them, it's close. But, I 5 of the 6, I think I have in my pocket. And one of the 6, I'm not sure. But anyway, Olive Oyl has to be the best damn lay for those guys to be fighting over her.
That's a good point.
So even though I don't like her,
maybe she's 3 input.
And those legs wrapped around you about 4 times. That has to feel good. Okay. I'm going to marry Jasmine.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and here's the reason. She's a princess. I am the Prince of Pittsburgh. And I figure royalty should do that. Plus, she checks every damn box. She's the best looking one here. So, not only because we're both royalty, I'm nailing that shit for the rest of my life. So we're marrying her. Okay, now here's one we agreed on. And kind of for the same reason. I'm pouring chili on Jane Jetson. She's just had it too nice in life.
I agree.
She was bitching about pushing buttons to do all the housework.
Right. And she had a fucking robot maid. How hard could that be?
Exactly. She had it too nice. So I figure I'm going to pour that. She's going to respect me after I pour that chili on her.
Right,
now, that's the one I'm not positive it'll work, but I think it'll work. I think I'll go 6 for 6.
You think she'll get all turned on?
I do. I do. I think she'll be so shocked that someone does that because she's had such a good life. And I'm not letting that fucking robot clean it up either. That chili is going to pour down. Matter of fact, we're going to do it while she has that chili on.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. Know your place, bitch.
And if it's a good chili, maybe I'll have a little. Okay. I am taking Lois Griffin to Arby's.
Okay.
The reason being, Peter always treated her shitty.
Yeah.
So I figure just the fact I'll pay. I'll throw the $10 her way. And I figure I have a pretty good shot to close the deal during that lunchtime because I mean, how much should it take?
I don't think it takes much. She's kind of a tramp.
She is kind of a tramp, but an attractive tramp. Off the air, we were just talking about attractive tramps.
Yes.
And you think I'm kidding, but I'm not. No. How many do you think I'm kidding? That's not awesome. What the fuck? No, but we were just talking about that. So, Lois, I figure I'm grabbing just for paying $10 at Arby's. I'm in.
Yep.
Okay. Betty Rubble, I'm taking up the St. Louis Arch.
Oh.
I figure she's from the Stone Age.
Never seen
anything. She's been around rock quarries and that kind of shit with dinosaurs.
Pterodactyls.
Playing records. Taking her up to the damn arch. She's mine.
You'll blow her mind. She'll want to bang you right on the spot.
Absolutely. I don't even care if Willie Nelson doesn't pass out, which I'm guessing he will. But I don't even care because, I'm nailing her because she's just so impressed that I took her up the arch. Now, we also agreed on this one, Betty Boop.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking her to the crawl space in Afghanistan. But my reason is, she's very sexual. So it's going to be a great 2 or 3 days in that little crawl space. Yep. And the only problem I have, the only potential problem is making too much noise so the Taliban hears us. But she has those titties that I can put my mouth in there and no one, if I'm about to make some noise.
Bury in there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I'm not really that good to make her make the noise. So it'd probably be me making the noise, and I'll just stick my head in there, do my little motorboat quietly, and I'm in. So there we have those 6. We had 4 different and 2 the same. One was the same reason. The other one was kind of different. Mm-hmm. But and that'll be the last time in the history of the podcast that anyone decides on those 6 about what you're going to do with them.
Yeah.
We will be back with Samurai Chatter. Welcome back. This is Episode 50, the end of episode 50. That's a lot.
I'm sure
That's
it's
a lot.
everything they thought it would be and more.
Yeah. I'm sure you wondered, where did the time go? We never thought we'd make it this far, and it just goes to either our persistence or our stupidity of why we do it. But guess what? We're coming back. Whether you want it or not, we're coming back.
Here's the 50 more.
Yeah, that's right. And we might. I mean, we have a better chance of making 50 more than we did from what we started to go to 50.
Absolutely.
But now you're going to see a softer side of us, because sometime on Samurai Chatter, we do non-sexual Would You Rather, which we might do next week. But I picked out some questions, which I actually gave him the questions beforehand. I was going to get them to you 2 days ago. I got them to you yesterday.
Yeah.
And you said you actually thought about
I've spent time on this. Yeah. Not only yesterday and today, I've spent time. This is probably the most time I've invested into this show pre-production since we started.
Well, then this will be really shitty. Really fucking shitty. And what was that? To monetize? YouTube didn't want us saying bad words. Is that right?
One of the things with advertising is that when they review our podcast, that expletives are frowned upon.
Are they? Go fuck yourself. How about that? Yeah, there's that there. I got your damn monetized hanging right down there below. Okay. Okay. So far, we're not to the soft part of this, but now it is. And then this first one is a soft part.
Okay.
What was your favorite thing to do as a kid?
Yeah. So two things resonated right away when I read these. I would say either video games, like Nintendo was a thing at this age when I was young. But the one I went with was backyard football. We played a ton of that around here with, I still grew up when we still had neighbor kids all got together and play. And Guru, who's a regular, of course, on the show, always comes to mind because I wish we had cell phones back then, because one of the funniest things with Guru, when we would play backyard football, and it seemed like he was more on my team than not. I don't know how we ever made teams, but Guru was the king of the late hit.
Who made the teams? Do you remember? Because usually one person is pretty dominant when in a neighborhood. Very much
like with hoops on Sunday, where Dick would kind of, and you and Dick would kind of figure it out. Very similar, yeah. There was an older kid that he played all-time quarterback, and so he kind of split things up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he do it evenly?
I would, for the most part. We had a set of brothers that were both really fast, and so we always kind of put them against each other to kind of cancel them out. And then we all sucked after that. Didn't matter. So, but Guru was notorious he was the late hit pile on guy. It was so blatant.
Did people get pissed?
Oh, we got kicked out of more people's yards because we made people cry. I'm talking like, okay, guy catches a pass, gets tackled, 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Here comes Guru to pile on the top. And he was just all knees and elbows and just hitting people. It was so funny. And parents would get pissed and like, you guys are trying to be dicks on purpose. And we probably were. But I always think back to backyard football with that. And that's my answer.
Okay. That's a pretty good answer. One of mine is similar. I'll give two answers too. The main one, but it's not as good a story. No one piled on at this. I love playing Little League Baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Like almost everyone in my town. Now I think they have one team for these little boroughs. We had 8 teams back then, and everybody played in this little league within 2 miles of each other.
Wow.
And almost everyone had their own field.
Yeah.
And when you won, coach took you to Glenn's Frozen Custard and you got ice cream.
Yeah.
And no, it was just, that was probably my favorite thing, but it's not all that funny. But the other thing, this one, I really like this, and I don't know why I thought this up. Do you ever play that game? I think it's called Gossip. And the teacher would give a statement, and then you'd whisper to one person, to another person, to another person, to another person, and see what it ended up.
Yep.
You know the game?
I do.
Did you call it gossip?
I don't remember.
No,
but
I don't either. I
yeah.
don't even think we did. But okay, I love that game.
It was fun.
But I was kind of a smart ass back.
No.
I know. Hard
The
to
hell
believe.
you
hard
say.
to believe, hard to believe. So I used to like to change it on my own. So I would come up with something totally different from what the person told me. And I would laugh my ass off when it got to the end. Well, one time the damn teacher, I don't know if she suspected me or not.
I'm sure she
They
did.
went back through the whole damn thing. What did you say? What did you say? So I was like seventh in line. Everybody had said it correct, and then I said this ridiculous shit. And I had to fucking go sit in a corner for goddamn the rest of the day.
You know, this is unrelated, but you know, Guru was one of the first times I ever got paddled. By the way, me and him.
Really?
Yeah, same. Yep, same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
How old was it? How old were you?
when I got caught,
Yeah, when you got
I
set
think
in the
sixth
corner.
grade. I think sixth grade
Oh, okay.
or fifth grade. I had the same homeroom teacher. No, it was sixth grade. It was
Okay.
sixth grade.
We got paddled in third grade.
Oh no, I got paddled. I think my first paddle was fourth grade.
Okay, yeah.
But I had to sit in for recess quite a few before.
Oh,
then.
me too.
I told you I called that one kid a retard. And, his family didn't like it.
It happens.
I wonder what Dean Drazenovich is doing now. And I didn't mean anything by it.
Yeah.
Just what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, suck it up, bitch.
You
Suck
hamburger.
it up. Yeah, shoot, bang you. You don't win this, there's nothing left but the senior prom. All right, back to the questions.
Yeah.
What did your 15-year-old self imagine you'd be doing now? Pretty interesting question, I thought.
It is, yeah. You know, I'm going to go out on you're going to be surprised to hear this, but I was pretty immature still at 15.
No, really?
Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah. And this probably won't surprise anybody that listens regularly, but I thought I'd be wrestling right now still. Be
Really?
a pro wrestler, yeah.
At your age?
Well, I mean,
It was what you imagined you'd be doing now.
I mean, at 15, the difference between being 30 and almost 50, I don't think there was a difference back at 15, you know? So I think.
So not only were you immature, you were a dumb fuck.
stupid.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would guess wrestling.
So you're not guessing you're smarter than the guy we interviewed earlier.
No, I wasn't at that. No.
Okay.
No, not to have my master's at that point. No.
Okay. So you'd be wrestling.
Yeah.
I imagine when I was 15, with how old I am, I'd be laying in a box right now. And I already had some relatives die by that point, and I would have said absolutely for sure I'd be laying in a box. And instead, you get the good vibes of me doing a fucking podcast. 50 of them.
Lucky
50
you.
of them.
Lucky
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Count your blessings and your lucky stars.
See that?
You old hamburgers. Shoot, bag you. If you want a t-shirt, let us know. And we're actually not making money off of the other dude is because we shouldn't. He came up with the idea. He did the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
This is.
Like your wife was pissed at that we didn't want any money off of it, but we don't deserve any money off of it. We didn't do jack shit.
That was never that we've said from day one. That's never been the intent.
Right,
so
right.
why change that now?
Mm-hmm.
That's not why we're here.
No. Why are we here?
Boy.
No, hold on. That's another question. Well, we got two more before
ahead.
we do that.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is kind of funny, and let me explain this after I ask the question. Like I said, I sent these to Tiny yesterday. And it was, when was the last time you felt lit up? And he asked me,
The first
is
thing
this cloud nine or being drunk? And my first thought was being drunk, and I'm almost positive when I got these questions off this damn internet thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that was what they had in mind. I think they were thinking cloud nine. So I guess you go whatever way you want there.
Well, I did ask to clarify because getting drunk was, and then it would have been an easy answer. It would have just been, well, last podcast, right?
Right.
So no, but if it's cloud nine, my answer for this, and maybe people will be critical of it because it's not family or whatever related, but in 2003, 2004, I went out to San Francisco to see Metallica play. They played 4 rehearsal shows to do an MTV Icon event. And this was fresh off of them almost disbanding as a group.
Really?
And so there was a legit chance for about 2 to 3 years where they were done. And this is the first time I'd seen them in like 5 years. And it was like, okay, they're back. They're still doing it. And they played at the Fillmore in San Francisco, which only holds about 1,200 people. And I've seen them play there.
1,200.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
And I've seen them play there 4 times. But this was the first time there at that small of a venue after they'd almost broken up. You know, James went to like rehab. Like there was all this stuff where the band was done. They did a documentary, Some Kind of Monster, about this. It came out after. And the fact that they were back, they were doing this thing, and I was at a show for 1,200 people. You know, I blew my voice out. I came back to work and I couldn't talk for almost 2 weeks.
They must have been happy as fuck.
Well, I mean, probably. Yes.
What was your job then?
I was working at a branch. I was a branch manager. And
okay, so I guarantee your fellow employees were happy.
Probably, because I couldn't talk for a while. But it was that, you know, we went so close to the brink of them not being around anymore to being back, and it was like, wow, here we are. So that's if it's euphoria type thing, that's my answer.
Okay, well, that's a lot longer than mine.
It wasn't supposed to be.
Because, like you said, was this cloud 9?
Yeah.
Or was this drunkenness? Well, if it was drunkenness, it's like right now. Fairly loaded right now. And if it was lit up cloud 9, I guess it's probably the last time I had sex. So I'm weighing whether I answer this drunk or sex. And then I thought, drunken sex.
Hey-o.
That's the best thing. So that's I don't have any stories about the Fillmore, but I think it was last Sunday. I felt pretty lit up and pretty damn good.
Nice.
Because it was drunken sex.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. If money wasn't an issue, what would you do with your time?
Yeah, I wish I had something funny to say here, but I don't. I like.
Oh, your other ones weren't that fucking funny.
No,
either.
they weren't. I'm not disagreeing, but I'd be doing like woodworking stuff. I like doing woodworking and fabricating things, and I never got into any of the metal stuff, but I did wood. And woodworking there's a calming thing with working with wood and creating something with me that.
But wait, can't you do that with no money?
I'll
buy you some fucking wood.
There would be certain things I would want to see happen first. So like take time and, you know, maybe work on a lathe or work on some kind of project. No, it would be if I don't have the luxury of that time right now.
No, it's not. Was time an issue? Money wasn't an issue. I think you have Barlow money. You can buy yourself a fucking lathe.
You keep saying that, but why the fuck do I work?
How much is a lathe?
It's not much.
Okay, well, maybe we can make that happen.
Maybe we have somebody out there that could, you know.
No, we don't even need anyone. You don't need a sponsor. Buy a fucking lathe and do some woodwork. Jesus Christ! All right,
that's my answer. Why is my answer fucking wrong? There's no wrong answer here.
Yeah, that one was. That one was. I didn't think there was a wrong answer, but that answer was wrong. Okay. If money was an issue, what would I do with my time? There's a few things I like, and I'm a huge Pittsburgh sports fan. So I would like a luxury box with the Pirates, the Steelers, and the Penguins.
Nice.
But I would also like Cindy Crawford, Eva Mendes, and Danica Patrick to be involved in all those.
Would you invite me to any of those?
Maybe after I was done with Cindy Crawford, Eva Mendes, and Danica Patrick.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, yeah. Maybe I even let you watch. We'll see. This is my fantasy. Right. But anyway, the box would be big, and if I could pull those 3 in, and I hate to put it just to them. There's plenty others that would be. Yeah. I vote on Would You Rather every other week. There's plenty of other people that I would vote for, but that would be mine, which is a much better answer than doing fucking woodwork. Where'd you come up with that shit?
If you don't want to know, don't ask.
Was that in Blazing Saddles? Where the guy said, "What the hell is that shit?" That was Slim Pickens said that. Okay, well, we're coming to a close on number 50. At least we weren't as long as last week. Although one guy told me last week's was the best one.
Really?
Yeah,
Man,
absolutely.
I struggled with last week.
Yeah.
That was a little bit too much us.
Well, you might be struggling with this week too when you watch it. we haven't had to watch it yet. He edits it. Then when I watch it on Monday nights, I'm thinking, "Oh, fuck, that's pretty funny," or "Oh, that sucked." All right, you got anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, we and you can't give us shit because we didn't promise you anything for 50. We said it might be shitty, and maybe it was. Maybe it was.
Pretty
but
sure.
Anyway, we will be back next week.
No quotes.
Yeah, I'm working into that.
All right, you got.
Okay, you're too much into woodworking.
Get to the fucking point already.
Well, your damn woodworking thing just threw me all off. You know, fucking woodworking. Holy hell! What a shit answer that was.
Listen, I'm well versed.
No, you're boring as fuck.
No, it's been confirmed out there in the internet.
By one person.
Oh no, more people.
No, one, and I'm not too sure about her. But no, I do have a quote. I always do. Okay, you didn't think I'd have a quote for number 50?
Okay,
but we will be back with number 51.
Look at that stack over there. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I don't know either. To tell you the truth. I do have more beer, so yeah, we'll finish. This was a quote. I don't even actually remember this guy. He's a former major league pitcher, George Frazier, and I was going to look him up and I forgot. Anyway, he was accused of cheating by applying a foreign substance to the baseball.
Nice.
Here's what he had to say: "I don't put any foreign substance on the baseball. Everything I use on it is from the good old USA." I bet you George was a pretty good pitcher. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be back next week with number 51. Thanks for sticking with us through 50. And you got 50 more coming. I was going to say bitches, you old hamburgers. See you next week.
And it keeps it out of sight. You know.